Which R value could be the correlation coefficient between the two variables in the scatter plot below? Okay, let's take a look at this. If I draw a line through the data here, I see that this line has a negative slope. So I'm going to look for an R value with a negative value because we should have a negative correlation coefficient. So let me eliminate all the values that are positive. So I see 0.5 is positive. This definitely doesn't have no correlation, so let's get rid of 0 because there is a negative correlation there. 0.9 is positive, let's get rid of that. 0.2 is positive. Okay, so I'm left with a few choices. I'm left with negative 0.2, negative 0.9, and negative 0.5. So in order to figure out which one of these is the R value, let's think about it this way. Negative 0.2 would be a weak negative correlation. That value is pretty close to 0, so it's a weak correlation. Negative 0.9 would be a very strong correlation, a strong negative correlation. It's far from 0, close to negative 1. That's a strong negative correlation. And then negative 0.5 is right in the middle there, would be a moderate negative correlation. So looking at our points here, is it a strong negative correlation, a weak negative correlation, or moderate? It looks to me like it's a strong negative correlation because these points are very close to the line here. If the points were out a little bit more, like this, if they weren't so tight against that line, might be more of a moderate correlation, then it would be negative 0.5, or if they were out even further, it might be a weak correlation of negative 0.2, but the points that we have here seem to be very closely fitted to the line, showing a very clear negative trend here. So I would say that's a strong correlation, and so that leaves us with an R value, correlation coefficient of negative 0.9.